Uncle Simon's got you.
Right or no?
He don't cry. This baby right here don't cry. He's making bald eagle sounds. All right, so check this out, guys. Before this video gets started, I do want to mention that we just dropped another Dang Son t-shirt on the website in the brand new berry color, and these suckers are super fire. Of course, you got that front pocket with the logo on the front and the Dang Son on the back. I gotta say, these suckers are pretty limited, and this is probably one of the last t-shirts that we're dropping in this design. So if you want to copy one and help support your boys, be sure to visit goonzquad.com. But as of right now, let's get to the video.
Dude, that looks really good right there. And the way that you blended.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are here at the original Goon Squad garage, where we're gonna continue working on the painting process of our 2019 Ford F-150 Raptor. And as you guys seen in the previous video, we already got that sucker inside the paint booth, and we painted all the jams on the cab of the truck and even all the back sides of all the doors. And now we are officially ready to move on to the very next step, which is either to paint the whole entire exterior of the cab or paint the bed. We can go either which way here, but I'm thinking we should go ahead and focus on this bed and probably paint this one day and the whole entire truck the other day, dude.
Yeah, I believe that's gonna be the best way to do this because it's gonna make a more efficient and higher quality paint job.
Definitely. I think so. If we focus on one section at a time, definitely gonna be able to get way better results. So
yeah, and we're painting the whole truck anyway, so it's all gonna match.
Yes, sir. We're gonna do the same process, sealer here, sealer there, or actually sealer where it needs. So I think we're gonna match this up perfectly.
Oh, for sure,
no problem, dude. But as of right now, what we need to do is actually go ahead and prep this sucker. There's a lot of wet sanding, but this stuff right here sands fairly quick. As for the tailgate, it may take a little bit more longer because there's some primer there, but our goal is to possibly try to get this sucker in the paint booth tonight because it is available, and maybe even paint it tonight. Who knows, dude?
We can possibly just get this sucker sprayed in. I mean, that painting process went pretty quick on that truck, dude.
Yes, sir. So we're gonna go ahead, probably bring in some supplies, some materials, start wet sanding this thing, and then we'll just go from there. Alrighty, guys, so we got this bed completely wet sanded along with the tailgate there, ready to go towards the paint booth. Not only did we actually sand the outer parts of the bedside, we also sanded the wheel wells as well, because I don't think we're gonna tape this stuff off. We're just gonna spray right into there, basically just blend that in right there, dude.
Oh yeah, dude, the only thing we're gonna tape off is just practically the bed liner so we don't get any overspray. This stuff over here, we're just gonna mist it on and just make everything look almost OEM, man.
Yes, sir, that's gonna be such an easy tape job right there. I think we're gonna do a tape line like right there because these are gonna get capped off anyway, so we're not too worried about that. But as for this side right here, we scuffed this down a little bit better because this is where we replaced that wheel well, so it's gonna get a little bit more blue in here. So we are ready to head towards the paint booth. And there's only one way to really haul this over there, or there's really one easy way to do that. That's actually to load the truck back up on the trailer, throw the bed on the truck, and then the tailgate on the bed. What do you think about that,
I think that's the best way to do it, because you can't really just grab this bed and put it on the stand on the trailer, or you can't even set this bed on these little corner pieces because they'll bend really easy. And on top of that, once we get to the paint booth, we can just back the truck truck up to the paint booth and take the bed off there,
easy, dude. And we know how to load that truck up on that trailer in record speed, and that F450's been begging to just haul stuff. You know what I mean? It likes hauling heavy stuff,
and on top of that, we've been using that trailer up since we got it, like it ain't nothing, dude.
Absolutely love that trailer. But anyways, I think it is time. We're running out of daylights here, so I don't know if we're actually going to be able to spray tonight, but you know what? We're going to try to make it our best efforts to get that done. So let's just go ahead and get everything loaded up and just head towards the paint booth. Alrighty guys, so we are finally here at the paint booth, and we were actually just here this morning taking the truck from when we got done painting the jambs of the doors and the jamb of the cab. But you know what? This is how we do it. We like to just keep things flowing.
Oh yeah, dude. We are, however, getting an early start on this video late in the day because it's already getting dark. But the most important thing is to get this bed painted tonight, dude.
Yes, sir. And we want to go ahead and paint this tonight. That way we can pick it up tomorrow and just focus on the cab of the truck itself. But look at this. We got the bed in here along with the tailgate. Everything is taped up, tarped off, and we even waxed and grease removed. So we are basically ready to go.
We're ready to just spray some of that sealer on here and, dude, throw some base and just get this whole entire thing knocked out, man.
Yes, sir. And we're going to go ahead and set up our air water separator, which we left all of our paint supplies and everything in the trucks because we just got done using that.
It's like we never even left, man. We're here this morning and back out here tonight and just trying to, honestly, I just want to get this whole entire truck painted as soon as possible,
dude. If you had
two
guns, you could probably paint them both at one time,
dude. What if you had like 6 people in a paint booth, each person with a gun, dude?
Robot suits with a bunch of paint guns like all over the place.
Might as well just buy a robot and not even have to paint yourself, man.
But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and mix up our sealer at first because we're gonna spray a little bit of sealer here and then a bunch of sealer on these bed sides. Then after that, we're gonna mix up our beautiful Velocity Blue and then spray our base coat. Alrighty guys, so we just got done throwing the base coat right there, and I gotta say it's turning out pretty dang good. Already super late on us, but you know what? We can't stop now. We gotta throw some clear, dude.
Gotta throw some clear, but dude, I'm actually surprised on how well that base coat is laying down right now. We did basically 2.5 coats. The half coat is basically just a mist coat to mist everything, make sure everything blends in nicely. Because I do believe on that blue Rubicon that we painted, I really wasn't professional in painting, so I mean, I've seen a little bit of stripes whenever it got in a certain angle in the sun. So we're gonna make sure to eliminate all that, dude.
Definitely. Anytime you spray with a bunch of metallics, you want to do that diagonal, basically mist coat. That way all the metallics spread out evenly and you don't have tiger stripes.
Definitely.
Dude.
I mean, the blues, man, they have a ton of metallics,
Yes, sir,
dude, especially the Velocity blue, dude.
Oh, that's already you cleaning the gun up.
Yeah.
We're done with the base coat, but you know what? Super late, but we gotta get this done, man.
You gotta throw the clear on. Probably gonna do 2 coats of clear. That way everything is just goes super smoothly. Usually whenever you do 3 coats, that's like if you see an imperfection in the paint and you know you need a buff it, so you throw another coat. But we're not gonna have any issues. Hopefully we just paint it all up and just come in here tomorrow
and pick this thing up.
Pick it up.
Alrighty guys, so it is the next day here, and look at this sucker right here. It is nice and dry, and that looks pretty dang good right there, dude.
It looks super slick. There's only very minimal amount of trash. It's like here and there little speckles, but nothing too major. Honestly, it will pass, dude.
Do you think we're gonna buff this regardless, maybe to get that perfect finish? Dude, what do you think?
We can buff this whole entire thing. I mean, it won't take much to buff because the paint is already, or the clear coat is already super smooth, but the Ford factory paint is orange pilly. We did notice it all over the truck. Even after we peeled those little decals off the hood, that fresh new paint, it was like really orange pilly. It was surprising, but you know what? It's a Ford, you know what I mean?
That's just how they paint their vehicles right there. But look at this tailgate over here. Since there was original paint under this, it turned out probably even smoother than just like brand new panels like these bedsides right here.
Yeah,
that's how it typically goes, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because we did sand block this out to 600, and like the clear coat that we're blocking out, it typically lays down a lot smoother whenever you're painting on top of it.
Dude, that looks really good right there. And the way that you blended this, I noticed this yesterday, you basically blended the sealer and then you blended the paint on both sides. So not only on that side where the damage was, but also on this side. That way it blends with the sides of the bed. You know what I mean?
You gotta always blend everything that you're painting. Like if you're painting the bed sides with sealer and you don't have to throw sealer on here, it's always good to go ahead and throw some sealer on both edges where the body panels are gonna meet, because everything's just gonna blend a lot better. Because even if you don't throw sealer, but you're blending with blue paint, you're still not gonna get a perfect blend match.
Yep,
you know
exactly.
what I mean?
It's always about the coat that's under it as well. But dude, that looks really good right there. I can't wait to get this out in the sunlight. Too bad we really don't have too much sunlight today.
But it's gonna look good.
It's still gonna look good.
It's gonna look good because we gotta put it on the back of that truck, and I can't wait to see what that looks
like. Dude, the truck looks so much better with just the bed on top of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it was black. Now it's gonna be blue. It's gonna look super good and stuff like that. And on top of that, with the tail lights and stuff, we may even throw those in today, dude. With the tail lights,
it's ready for it, dude.
It is, dude.
But anyways, I say we go ahead and unwrap all this stuff, throw it back on the truck, take it back home, and probably move on to the next thing.
Let's do it.
Alrighty guys, so we finally made it back from the paint booth and we already unloaded the Ford Raptor right here. Then after that, we went ahead and completely pieced together this beautiful tailgate right here. I gotta say, that looks absolutely sick.
That big old Ford just going across that back right there looks super good, along with that little bit of Raptor, dude. And that color contrast with the blue and the black, dude, looks good. And a little bit of like gray metallic-y color too,
definitely,
dude.
absolutely flows, which we're gonna go ahead and probably get the same exact fender flares. We were thinking carbon fiber, but I think it's gonna take like 2 months to get the carbon fibers in, dude.
Yeah, I think they make them to order, so we don't want to wait that long. And on top of that, the OEM flares are the same color as this right here, and I think it'll look perfect,
definitely,
man.
I've seen the color match flares to the actual paint of the truck, but I think this color right here makes it like the contrast a little bit better.
I think it looks way better. And I wanted to mention that this actually matched up perfect. This is the OEM paint. This is the one that we just did. And dude, that is a perfect match, man.
That's that Sickens paint for you. We're definitely going to use more of that right there.
Yes, sir, dude.
I got to say, best looking tailgate on any truck right now,
dude,
probably.
You are not wrong right there. And on top of that, I think the F450 tailgate looks pretty good too. So two of the top Ford tailgates, dude.
Definitely. But anyways, what we're going to move on to next is probably actually running to the dealership and ordering a few more parts for this bed right here, which we need to order these fender flares and this little piece right here because we're ready to slap that stuff on and we need to have that stuff in ASAP.
Yeah,
dude.
Definitely, because as soon as the truck's painted, we're going to go ahead and start slapping all that stuff on. But we can go ahead and probably throw in the tail lights, the little plastic pieces up top over there. And I do want to mention one thing that you've probably seen, this little rod. This is actually a ratchet rod, right?
Ratchet rod, and I believe from the damage when this hit like occurred right here, it kind of bent this inner structure in that way a little bit, so we're trying to kind of just bend it back into place.
It was really close to the tailgate right here, but if you close it right there, that is perfect. I think we'll just leave that there for like a couple hours. I think it'll form back into place,
definitely,
dude.
So we are done with this right now. I say let's just go ahead, probably run to the dealership, order what we have to order, come back here, put together as much of this bed as possible, and then we'll probably move on to doing a little bit more paint prepping. Alrighty guys, so quick little update. We just got a bunch of work done after running to the dealership and ordering a few more parts. We then went ahead and finished up the rest of this bed as much as we possibly could with all that trim and the tail lights, and we even adjusted the tailgate a little bit. This rear end is just looking super sick and flawless right there. And as for the front end, we ended up actually sanding the rest of that body filler that we had a little crack right there, and we took care of that, threw some primer down. This sucker right here is basically ready to be wet sanded. And as far as the wet sanding goes, we went ahead and just got this whole entire side, both of these doors, the fender, the whole entire cab side, and that pillar and everything. We are just moving right along, dude.
We basically got one side left in this front end, and that is it, dude.
That is it, but we still got a good bit of work over here. We're probably gonna go ahead and remove like all these front end pieces, this grill right here, the headlights. That way we can go ahead and just sand this separately, hit the rest of that edge of that fender. That
And
way
I
we don't
think it'll
scuff
be
it.
better to paint it like that. That way we don't have to do extra taping around the headlights and the grill and stuff like
Yes,
that.
sir. And we still got a good bit of work over here too, so this may take a good bit of time, but you know what? We're gonna tackle all this. We gotta take apart this door right here, gotta take off that door, gotta take off a few more little pieces of trim here and there.
Hey, but this is the most important part, man. You want to get this part done as best as possible,
Exactly,
dude.
yeah. Prep work is super important, so we're gonna get that knocked out. But before we do so, we're probably gonna have a bite to eat because our brother-in-law is in town from New York, Fat Finger Foods, dude, and he's always just cooking up a storm for us, dude.
Cooking up some good food, keeping us in check, you know, making sure we have the energy and nutrients that we need, man.
And also, Pops, look at what Pops is doing, man. He's
Dude.
building the whole floor table up there, dude.
My dude building a house up there, man.
That's basically just going to be an extra office, and the reason why we're closing it off is because we want to insulate it because it gets super hot up there. It's like a hot box.
Yeah,
dude.
so we're gonna have an HVAC unit, basically just an extra office for us. That
Yeah.
way we can work on designs and other stuff that's coming in the near future.
Yeah, look at that.
dude.
We got like a door right there. That way we can put some parts up there, a big old window, and we're going to just throw an AC unit up there or something like that. But I say as of right now, let's just go ahead and hop upstairs on that back deck there and go ahead and eat and then get back out here and just keep on working. Alrighty guys, so it is actually the next day here, and last night we ended up taking apart this whole entire front end, and now all we got left is just to take apart a few more little things. That's pretty much gonna be a wrap for today's video. What we're gonna do in the next one is try to get this sucker completely wet sanded and mainly try to get this sucker back in the paint booth and completely painted. That way we can move on to the reassembly of this whole entire truck here, because as you can tell, we took apart most of that interior. We gotta piece together a bunch of doors, but you know what? That's where it gets exciting, because once all that stuff is knocked out, then we can move on to bringing in all the mods that we purchased and all the mods that are on the way as well. So you're gonna wanna stay tuned for that, but definitely make sure your post notifications are on so you don't miss out on anything. And if you want an inside scoop before YouTube, definitely give us a follow on Instagram at goonzquad. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Be sure to drop your comments and thoughts down below, and we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.